Don't worry, I'm not going to talk about the accounts. That's somebody else's business, and I've had enough of it, and I don't fully understand it all anyway. What I'm doing today is I've got a suggested video from a regular viewer who's asked in the comments, and I do like a suggested video because it helps me out when I'm struggling for subjects. So, the subject matter at hand, I was asked who and what players would we keep on board at West Ham in the event of our relegation. Good game. I don't claim to know, but I think it's quite a good game and it passes the time. I'll go through as quickly as I can, some of them. Others need a little bit closer inspection, and particularly the first one, may I say. Lucas Fabianski. Not on a ton of money. We could probably afford to keep him. The trouble is two things. Number one, we've got lots of goalkeepers. I'll list them all in a second. Number two, Lucas Fabianski is one of the best goalkeepers in the league. And because he's one of the best goalkeepers in the league, there are going to be clubs that want him. So do we have to sell him? No. Would he leave? I think he would. I think someone just comes in for him. Would we get a lot of money for him? No, but you know what? If you've got people like David Martin, Joseph Anang, Nathan Trott and Darren Randolph on the books, somebody offering 5 to 10 million for your goalkeeper is probably going to be tempting. I think he goes. Play along. Put it in the comments below. I'll be very, very interested to see what everybody says. David Martin, 2-year contract, low wages, probably stays. Can't see anybody coming in and buying him. Good on the training ground, apparently. He might be able to do a bit of scouting or something. We haven't got any of them. Maybe you can help out in that department. Joseph Anang, highly rated young goalkeeper. I think he stays. Plays for the younger teams. Nathan Trott. I think possibly Nathan Trott stays as the number 2. Maybe Anang goes out on loan. And I think Darren Randolph probably stays as our number 1 goalkeeper in the event of us going down to the Championship. Okay. Easy. Game's easy so far, isn't it? Well, it's not. There are 2 or 3 players I think are particularly tricky. Winston Reid. I don't know. I don't even know if he'll ever play again. I hope he would. But again, he's on big wages. Very, very big wages. Is anybody going to take him off our hands? I don't know. I'm really not so sure. I think it's a really, really difficult one. We may well find, if he doesn't regain fitness, that Winston Reid retires and takes the decision out of our hands. But you know what? It would certainly be good to see whether he can regain full fitness or not. Aaron Cresswell, I think Cresswell stays. I just can't see him going, quite frankly. I think he's just signed a new 5-year deal. Is anybody going to come in with massive transfer fee for him? Probably not. I think he stays. I think he'll get it. I think he'll do well in the Championship. Of course, he played there with Ipswich as well. Fabian Balbuena, no chance. No chance. I know he had a nightmare the other day. I know he was useless and got hauled off at half-time. But he's a very good defender, number 1. Number 2, he's worth considerably more than we paid for him. What did we pay for him? 4 or 5 million? You've got to imagine we'd get at least 10 for him now. So I can't think he'd stick around. Pablo Zabaleta, the Peter Pan of football. Even Zabaleta can't stay on for another year. His contract runs out anyway. Clearly, we wouldn't renew it. That's an easy one. Zabaleta is off. He's gone. Angelo Ogbonna. Would Angelo Ogbonna play in the Championship for us? No. No, he just wouldn't. I don't think he still plays for Italy anymore, but he is someone that has represented Italy. He is somebody that has played for Juventus. He's not going to stick around playing the Championship. He's gone, right? It's a Diop. Do I even need to answer? He's gone. Of course he's gone. We might regret not accepting the 60 million at the start of the season from Manchester United for him, because I'm not sure we'll be able to command that sort of figure. I'd imagine he goes. Just whether we get 60 million doesn't matter. Ryan Fredericks, it's on 50 grand a week. But having said that, I think he'd probably stay. But also, bearing in mind we've got Ben Johnson there, I think any bid comes in for him. Bearing in mind he was a freebie. Someone bids 6-7 million for him. Will we sell him? It is profit. You know we will. Arthur Masuaku, he's not going to stay. He's not going to stay, and I don't think he'd be particularly committed and want to play in the Championship anyway. So, somebody come in with him. Somebody buy him for 8 to 10 million. He's gone. It's not looking good, is it? By the way. Goncalo Cardoso. I don't know. We barely see anything of him, do we? I'd imagine he'd stay around. You'd imagine he'd feature in the squad. For that one, I will give a yes. Felipe Anderson. He's going. He's not going to stay. Felipe Anderson wants to get in the Brazilian team. We've had Daniel on his very channel suggesting he's not good enough to be in the Brazilian team. It doesn't matter whether we think he's good enough. He thinks he is, and he wants to be in it. And also, he's an asset. Would we get our 38 million quid back? Not a chance. Someone comes in for 25, we'd probably have to sell him for that. We'll be a championship team. We're not doing very well so far. We're not being left with many players. Maybe I should be tallying this up, because it don't look too bloody good, does it? Let's be fair. Before I carry on, I interrupt this broadcast to bring you something a little bit different.
I'm fed up with defending them anymore. I'm not going to be the last turkey in the shop. I think their time is up and we need someone new. Now, I'm not sure we're going to get someone new because, someone needs to buy us, but it's time to probably sell up.
Our new stadium was virtually free.
But we piss money like a dog up a tree. We're losing money.
Not their own, but not their own. But not their own.
We're losing money.
Not their own.
But not their own.
The Icelandics left your club in a state.
But we saved it with a fair interest rate. We're losing money.
Not their own.
But not our own.
Not their own.
We're losing money.
Not their own.
But not their
own.
Losing Absent Bright brought tears to our eyes.
But Karen cashed it in so she gets a rise. We're losing money. Not their own. But not our own. Not their own. We're losing money. Yeah. But not their own.
Here, Dave. We don't have to pay the Beatles a royalty for this song, do we?
No, Billy Gouldy wrote it.
Oh, good. I never liked that Mick Jagger anyway.
Yes, that was my naughty friend Canning Townland up to his usual mischief. He's a very naughty boy. I know many of you went and watched his film Everybody's Second Team. He's got a sequel coming out. It's coming out. Well, it is out. In fact, if you click the link below, you can go and watch it. It's brilliant. Don't think that it's the same as the first one. It's not. He has got some interviews on there which are absolute dynamite. Very, very funny as well. I'm telling you now, if you watch it 4 minutes in, I'm pissing myself. I mean, it is really, really funny. There's some stories on there from what went on in the change room. What goes in the changing room stays in the change room. Oh, no. In fact, what goes in the hotel room stays in the hotel room. No, it doesn't. There's some really funny stories. I'm not giving it I'm not lying to you. It's very, very good. Yes, lends me, mate. And I want his video to do well. Absolutely. But the link is in the description below. Go and give it a look, but don't confuse it with the first one. There's no repeated stuff. It is completely different. And it is a bit of a laugh. Anyway, what is not so much of a laugh is the players that we seem to be losing if we go down to the Championship. We better not go down. Manuel Lanzini. He's off. We've got no players left. I mean, he's just off, isn't he? Do I have to sit here and justify why Manuel Lanzini would stay with us if we went down to the Championship? No. I know it. You know it. Onwards and upwards. Robert Snodgrass. I'm not sure how the contract is structured. I think we might have an option. If we have an option, I would imagine we don't renew it. If he's got the other year, he stays. Everybody's favourite Colombian, Carlos Sanchez. Did you know he is nicknamed The Rock? Carlos The Rock Sanchez. Couldn't make it up. Well, somebody made it up. Not true, is it? Well, he's off. His contract expires anyway, so clearly he's off. Mark Noble. Need I ask? Need I even say? Mark's here. We know that. Don't even worry about it. Jack Wilshere. I don't really know what to say. I feel bad saying anything negative about Jack Wilshere. Number one, I think he's a lovely footballer. Number two, I think he's a nice lad. And number three, I don't think it's his fault that he's injured all the time. But it almost doesn't matter whether he stays with us or whether he's got a transfer, because we would not enjoy seeing Jack Wilshere in that division anyway, because he's never fit to play. Josh Cullen. He stays. He's back. And he probably features in the midfield and comes to us with some championship experience. This one's the dagger to the heart. Well, one of them. Michail Antonio. I think with Michail Antonio up front, we win that championship. I think Michail Antonio wouldn't care about the bully boys in the championship. He's stronger than them, he's faster than them, he can take the physical, and he's probably got more quality than the majority of them anyway. He's gone. There's no way. Crystal Palace stay up, and Crystal Palace will stay up because they know what they're doing. Roy Hodgson, he will come and take him. He will come and take him and snatch him away. And I'm gutted about that. Declan Rice. There is no way that Declan Rice can remain at West Ham United if we were to get relegated. Why would he? He has got an England career to consider. I don't blame him for going at all. He's got an England career. He should go. He's fulfilled his part of the bargain. He puts his maximum effort in every single game. But Declan Rice has already shown that Declan Rice is ruthless enough to look after his own career, and that's exactly what he's going to do. You saw that with the switch from Ireland to England. Would he do so with a heavy heart? Absolutely. Does he want to get relegated? No. He will keep fighting to the bitter end. In the same way that Scott Parker knew he was leaving, but he kept fighting to the bitter end to stop us from getting relegated. He knew in the event of us going down, he'd go. So he's got lots of that. Paulo Fornals, he's off. Sorry, it just is. It just is. There's no way he's going to stick around in the Championship. I can't see it. He does have attitude on his side, though. I don't mean a bad attitude. Good attitude. Nice boy. He possibly could be persuaded. How effective Paulo Fornals will be in the Championship is another matter entirely. I don't think he's suited to it at all. So, well, I don't think he's particularly suited to the Premier League, and I think the Championship is even more ferocious. So, but I think he could probably be persuaded to stay, although I would imagine he wouldn't. I mean, this would be a complete overhaul. Hopefully we don't get relegated. But it ain't looking too clever. Daniel Kemp, yes, he stays. Andrei Yarmolenko, no. No, just no. Sebastian Haller, no. These things are. It's a shame that one or two of these players remain in, and we stay in. We stay in the Championship. We get promoted. But no way. He's not interested now. He ain't going to be interested in the Championship, is he? Albion or Jetty, who knows? And in many respects, who cares? No, maybe that's harsh. It is harsh. Not maybe it's harsh. It definitely is harsh. He might well be a very good striker in the Championship. I don't know. Jordan Hugill, yeah, he comes back. He's got a place in the squad straight away, and he'd be very, very welcome. For all the reasons that I said in yesterday, was it yesterday's video? Was it the day before? Well, whatever, but you know. Crikey, go on, don't I? I can't remember which day I've said what. A Jetty. Nathan Holland, yes, Nathan Holland comes back. Not only does Nathan Holland come back, Nathan Holland comes back. I saw a little cameo of him against Oxford. Looking good. Looking really, really good. I think Nathan Holland comes back. He features in the team, and he becomes one of the stars of the Championship and a real fan favourite at West Ham. Grady, last but not least, I may have forgotten someone. Please pop it down below, and you can even write what you think I would have said. But I think I've got it. Grady Diangana is my final one. Meh. No, that one, and that's a different video, isn't it? But you know what I'm saying. No, I don't think he does. I think we retain his registration. I think West Brom get promoted, and given the chance, I think we would probably take a lump sum of a loan offer of the 3 million West Brom would give us to take him for the year. And I think if he was given the chance, rather than go back to us and play in the Championship, he would stay with West Brom and play in the Premier League. And for that, I wouldn't blame him again at all. Because in many respects, he's been not given a choice, but he was asked. He has been asked this season, would he prefer to be recalled to West Ham in this current transfer window, or see out the whole season at West Brom? He said he'd rather see out the whole season at West Brom. Again, I don't blame him for that. I think West Ham is toxic, and you know, everything that I say and we suspect about the training ground and whatnot. You know, these players have to live there. I'm sure it's a much happier camp at West Brom. So there you go. Do you agree? Do you disagree? That means right or wrong, because it hasn't happened. Hopefully we stay up. Hopefully this geezer comes in. I haven't included him, by the way, the new signing, because he hasn't been confirmed yet. So maybe he comes straight in and goes straight out. Who knows? Anyway, let me know if you agree. Let me know if you disagree. And, well, yeah, I mean, look, good luck to us all in the match tonight, eh? And I'll catch up with you tomorrow.